Hello everyone. So in this tutorial, we will learn how to load a JSON file from the drive using pipeline expression language. So inside a pipeline, you can access any data using the pipeline expression language. This is very handy in case you want to analyze or transform data, which in most cases is stored in the body of the pipeline. So the question to solve in this tutorial is how you can load an external JSON file into the pipeline body in a way that you can also do some parsing on it. So hi, my name is Mujtaba, and let's get started. So first, we will navigate to the drive. Here we have all of the files and documents that you want to store. Now we will create a new file, and we will call it person.json. Here we will paste a JSON which has three fields. One is the first name, last name, and age. And then we will close it to save it. Now we will go back to the PIPEFORCE portal, and this time we will navigate to the workbench. So this is the workbench where you can write your low code or the pipeline expression language, and you can add pipelines and commands and run it. For example, if you run this pipeline, you will get the output in this console. And as you can see here, the output says hello world. Now we need to create a new pipeline for loading the JSON file. So we will add firstly this command of drive. You can press Ctrl plus space to see some suggestions of commands. Now, as you can see here, we can see autofilled commands, and we need to find the drive.read command. So as you saw before, we created a new file in the root directory. So we just need to give the file name. Now we specify another command, which is the set.body, and give the value with this format that is the hashtag brackets and then body.data. So now we actually need to see the data that is present in the person.json file, and for that we need to set it to the body context, and then we need to run the workbench to see the output. Now, as you can see here, the data we entered prior in the person.json file, we have the same content here in the log output. Now, by default, files from the drive are read as so-called content objects, which contain all file metadata, like, for example, the file name, the size, and so forth, inside the file content itself. Now, in order to parse this file into a JSON object, you can use the convert util, which converts from such a content objects to a JSON. So let's go ahead and write the command for this. So again, we will use the set.body command, but this time we will change the value to a more different format, which is the convert util. And now we want to convert it to JSON. So we type in .to_JSON and then give the parameter, which is the body.data. So now the content object has been converted to JSON. And now let's say we want to parse this data and want to extract, let's say, the first name and the last name in the form of a string. So we can do that in another command, which is again the set.body. And then we specify the value, but this time we say, let's say we want to get the full name of the person inside the log output. So for that, we will enter full name, colon, and now we will parse the data which is in the form of JSON now, from the body. Don't forget to specify the hash and the brackets in order to actually get the data from the body. So we add body dot first name, and then we get the last name as well with the same format. So we can skip the second command because we already are converting it to JSON. And we also need to add this at the rate symbol to actually use the convert util. So after we've written all of the commands, we can now click on the run button and see the log output. So as you can see here, we have now parsed our data and we can get the first name and the last name specified in this string format. Now you can access the fields of the JSON using this same pipeline expression language. If you want to, let's say, extract age, you can just use the same format with hashtag brackets and inside those brackets body.age and so forth. So that will be the end of the tutorial. So if you want to find more about PipeForce and the tutorials in the documentation, just check the description in the info box and you can also get started with your free trial there. Thank you.